welcome back. Today I wanted to do a video with the new Emily Noel, the Emily Wants palette. Now this is by Makeup Revolution. I have yet to try very many products by Makeup Revolution. Honestly, I think I've only tried a concealer. So I've never tried any of their eyeshadows before, but extremely affordable. I bought this off of Ulta, and I will say my first palette came in and nothing was wrong with the eyeshadows, but the packaging had broke. I mean, this is way bigger than you think. Like, look at my hand or whatever. I mean, this is a pretty big palette, and it has a giant mirror. But on my original palette that I got, it was like cracked right here. So anyways, no questions asked. They literally immediately overnighted me another palette, which was great customer service. I'm so happy with that experience. So I just wanted to note that that if you do by chance get something that is not what you expected, or there's like anything wrong with it, you can call and hopefully their customer service will replace it immediately. So it's 24 eyeshadows for $20. It's a really great, like I said, affordable price. They're all really beautiful colors. There's some bright colors in here. There is some greens, some additional like deeper greens, some purples, more like red or coral shades, a matte cream color, a highlight brow bone shade. So she really did a great job because there's a deep dark black, and then there's other additional colors if you don't want to go with black to deepen up your crease. There's great matte shades like Prayer and Hobby if you want to use a matte color in the crease. I found the eyeshadows performed really well. Like I said, this was my first experience using the palette, so I was really impressed with it. I just concentrated more on purples. I'm going to be doing a bride's makeup and she really wants purples, so I was just testing out different purples, not necessarily this particular look, just testing out purple shades. And then I got this for free when I ordered on Ulta. This is a Revolution, the Makeup Revolution Fierce as Fire palette. So this came free, gift with purchase, when I purchased the palette, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of swatch a few shades that I didn't get to use in this look, but I was really impressed. I'm impressed with the price. I've met Emily, I think twice now. Yeah, I think I've met her twice at certain events. One was a smaller event where I really got to talk to her and her husband, and actually they had just found out they were pregnant at one of the events that I had met them with their first. It was really exciting, but the thing about her is she's so small. Like when you meet her, you really don't realize like how miniature she is, but she is just like she is on camera. Sweet, personable, you feel like you've known her forever. She immediately feels like a friend to you. She treats every single person, whether they were a subscriber of hers or whether they are a content creator as well, with no matter what. She treated everyone. I witnessed her going through people and her interactions with people, and she treated every single person with kindness. So it's really hard to find people like that. I've come across a lot of different people in this journey on YouTube, and let me say she's one of the good ones. So anyways, I was really excited to support her when I knew she was coming out with collections. Now, there is another palette called The Needs, and that's got more face products in it. This one was just more that I could feel like I would get a lot of use out of. I'm not someone who travels with a palette and has an all-in-one type thing, but that is great for a lot of people. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch a few shades in here so you can see some of the pigmentation. I noticed that they were easy to build. They blended out really well. And some of the more, let me just show you, like this shade in Pizzazz. It's not like a, oh my gosh, over the top, like creamy eyeshadow, but these are very user friendly is what I will say. They are eyeshadows that I feel like anyone could pick up, anyone could use. You don't have to kind of be careful about dipping in and blending. You don't have to be, they're buildable, but they're pigmented enough, but they're buildable. And the shimmers are just, they're really pretty. Like this one is Eve Rose. I used that in the video today. But like I said, they're not like over the top shimmery, like when you swatch them, but they go on the eyes and they just create, I mean, I used everything and I'm so happy with the look. It was such a beautiful look. So I'm really excited to dive into the greens. If you guys want to see a video using some of the green shades in here, let me know and I will do that. The shade in Corduroy is like calling my name. So I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit. We're going to swatch a few more shades. I'm not going to swatch all of them, but I am going to swatch a few more shades, some of the greens, because those really interest me, and then we're going to get on to this look. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and stay a while. And if you're not interested in this look, then you can go ahead and check out after the swatches. Okay, so here is how the palette is set up. It's really hard to kind of not get like a glare on it. I wanted to start out by swatching some of these green shades. And let's just do this one down here. So here are the first three sort of like greenish shades, which I think these are so pretty. Like, I'm just really inspired by these green shades. That middle corduroy matte shade just looks so beautiful in person. It's just the most pigmented and beautiful shade. I can't wait to work with that one. I also love how she incorporated real life names into these, like the cream, hobby, prayer. Like, these are all words you can tell are important to her. She has her children's names, Eve Rose and Belle Violet, in here. She has, you know, sayings that she says. Midwest is like where she's from, dues paid, like I feel like that's just like sayings that she says. Family, top story, so she has it related to her career as a news anchor. Apartment, I mean, just things that I feel like are totally her. So anyways, I love that about this palette. I also wanted to swatch this shade in Belle Violet. I didn't get to this shade, but it just looks like such a pretty little purple shade. So that's that one, and this one in Capricorn, which is a nice, beautiful bronzy shade. And then I'm gonna do Top Story because that's another one. That shade Top Story like really inspired me, and I can't wait to use that. I kind of even would use that maybe with that shade Corduroy. So I would say none of these shades are like foiled, but they're all like almost like satiny, really pretty with a really nice sheen to them. Like I said, I don't think that they're like, none of them are crumbly or anything like that. They're all very, very easy to work with. I will say that these are, if you're expecting like a ton of like automatic shine, you're not going to get that. But if you also have, the reason that I think that these are great is because if you have creasy eyelids or aging eyelids, more mature eyelids, you can find that using some of those super foiled shades really enhance the crepiness on the lids. And I find that as I'm getting older and older, and with these types of shades, I feel like they're really flattering on all types, all ages of eyelids, to be honest. So, and I think that that was Emily's goal probably, is to create a palette with colors and with shadows that really work for all ages. She's someone that appeals to a wide variety, like demographics, and I really think she did a great job with that, because that is something that I noticed, that this just seems like something that even my mom would be able to master putting on a shimmer shade and it wouldn't make her eyelids, you know, accentuate the texture on her lids. Okay, and lastly, I kind of want to get into swatch a few of these shades right here. Cheer, Love Tons. These look really beautiful. I cannot wait to do a look using these as well. I feel like I've done a lot of looks recently with this more like orangey color palette, so I'm trying to move out and do something different, which is why greens might be a good look if you guys wanted to see another look with this palette next. But so far, I think it's a really great palette for $20, 24 shades. It's a really great price, and if you get it at Ulta, I don't know how long they're doing this gift with purchase, but you can also get the gift with purchase. So let's just go ahead and get into how I created this look. If you want to know what's on the rest of my face, I will make sure that I leave that linked in the description box so you can check there, because I know I did like a different lip combination than usual, so I'm going to have to make note of it myself before I end the video. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let's go ahead and get into the look. Okay, first I started out with this shade in Prayer, and I just put that through my crease. My eyes are primed with Painterly Paint Pot, and then I put over it a color from Jouer. I just kind of like set a cream shadow. But there was a cream in this palette that I could have used at the top. And then I'm going in with this shade right here called Frye, and I'm just putting that on the outer corners and then putting it in the inner corners as well. This shade was really nice because it was easy to work with. It built really well and it wasn't intimidating. It didn't go on like super crazy pigmented right away. It gave you a little bit of wiggle room, which I do appreciate about the shades. So I just kind of put that on the inner and the outer corner, as you can see, and just starting the structure. I'm kind of doing a little bit of a halo eye, so then you can put it in the inner corner, outer, and then connect it in the middle with leaving the center of the lid open. Then I'm going into the shade Family, which is like a deep matte purple. I really wanted to do a purple look. I was inspired by the purples in this palette. Plus I'm doing one of my friend's makeup, well, it's a family member, makeup for her wedding, and she requested a purple look, so I was just playing around with purples. It's been a while. Just testing out how purples look so that I have an idea of what to do. So since I wanted to do the halo eye, I went in with a little bit of concealer to touch up on get clean on the lid, and then I'm going in with this shade right here. I am packing that on the lid. It's really, really pretty shimmery shade, and the one Pizzazz, and now I'm going in with Eve Rose, but I am going to wet my brush a little bit and put that directly in the center. The Pizzazz shade is like more of a mauve-y, shimmery shade, and I'm using that to touch up on the outer parts of that. And the other shade was more of like a lilac color. This is a Makeup Forever purpley mauve liner, and then I'm going in with that Prayer shade under the lash line, and then I'm going to deepen it up with the Family shade and put that right on the under the lash line, and I'm going to hit my bottom lashes with some mascara, and then we're going to go in with this Oh Heavens shade in the inner corner. I use that. It's much brighter than I thought it was going to be, so I put that in the inner corner and under the brow bone, and that is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah.